In the vast and intricate map of your human design chart, each planet tells a part of your story. Each one sings a unique note in the symphony of your being. While the Sun and Earth define your core purpose, it is the planet Venus that holds the key to your heart. Venus is not just about romance, as many might assume. It is a profound celestial mirror, reflecting back to you your deepest values, what you find truly beautiful, and how you naturally give and receive love. It is the gentle whisper of your inner moral compass, guiding you toward what feels right and true for you, deep within your soul. Understanding its placement in your chart is like being handed a secret map to your own heart's desires and inner treasures. Venus governs the magnetic force of attraction in your life. It is the energy that draws people, experiences, and opportunities to you based on your underlying frequency. Think of it as the law of attraction personalized for your unique design. What you value, you attract. What you find beautiful, you seek to create or surround yourself with. This planet's influence extends far beyond fleeting passions, touching every relationship you have, with partners, with family, with friends, and most importantly, with yourself. It reveals the patterns that play out in your connections, showing you where you are open to receiving love and where you may have built walls around your heart, often without even realizing it. The journey to understand your Venus is a journey into self-worth. It is about discovering that you are inherently worthy of love, beauty, and abundance simply because you exist. In a world that often teaches us to strive, to push, and to prove our value, Venus offers a different path. It invites you to soften, to open, and to receive the good that is already flowing toward you. It teaches that your value is not something you earn through action, but something you recognize within. By exploring the themes of your specific Venus placement, you begin to unravel the conditioning that may have told you otherwise, allowing you to reclaim your innate sense of worth and dignity. This exploration is a gentle and compassionate one. It asks you to look honestly at your emotional patterns, your beliefs about love, and your relationship with the material world. Venus holds the codes to your prosperity, not just in a financial sense, but in the richness of your experiences and the quality of your connections. As we delve into the mysteries of this luminous planet, we will uncover how it shapes your ethics, your creativity, and your capacity for deep, meaningful bonds. You will learn to see Venus as your guide to a more beautiful life, one that is aligned with the truth of your heart and the quiet wisdom of your soul. Every one of us carries an inner compass, a subtle yet persistent guide that helps us navigate the complexities of life. This compass is largely tuned by the frequency of Venus in our human design. It is Venus that establishes our core values and our innate sense of morality. These are not the ethics imposed upon us by society, family, or religion, but the principles that resonate from the very core of our being. When you have to make a difficult choice, that inner feeling of what is right or wrong, just or unjust, is the voice of your Venus. It is the guardian of your integrity, constantly pointing you toward alignment with your highest self and away from actions that would create inner dissonance. The values instilled by Venus are deeply personal and unique to each individual. For one person, Venus might prioritize justice and fairness above all else. For another, it might be loyalty and compassion. And for a third, it could be freedom and authenticity. These values become the foundation upon which we build our lives and our relationships. They determine who we trust, what causes we support, and what we stand for in the world. When we live in accordance with these Venusian values, we experience a sense of harmony and purpose. When we betray them, we feel a deep sense of unease, as if we have lost a part of ourselves. This inner moral compass also dictates how we relate to others. Our Venus placement reveals the ethical framework we bring into our partnerships. It shows us what we expect from others and what we are willing to give in return. If your Venus values honesty, you will be drawn to transparent and open people, and you will feel deeply hurt by deception. If it values mutual support, You will seek partners who are collaborators and allies on your life's journey. Understanding these underlying values is crucial for creating healthy, sustainable relationships, as it allows us to communicate our needs clearly and to recognize when a connection is not aligned with our fundamental principles. Ultimately, honoring the compass of your Venus is an act of self-love. It is a commitment to living a life that feels good and right on the inside, regardless of external pressures or expectations. It requires courage to listen to that quiet inner voice and to make choices that support your integrity. As you learn to trust this internal guidance system, you will find that your life begins to flow with greater ease and grace. You will attract people and circumstances that honor your values, and you will build a life that is a true and beautiful reflection of who you really are. The influence of Venus in our lives is multifaceted, like a beautifully cut gemstone with many surfaces reflecting light. One of its most important facets is its connection to love and relationships. Venus describes the very nature of how we give and receive affection. It reveals our love language, whether we express our care through acts of service, words of affirmation, or shared experiences. It also shows us what we need to feel loved and cherished in return. Our Venus placement can highlight patterns in our romantic history, revealing why we are drawn to certain types of partners and why specific dynamics tend to repeat themselves, offering us profound lessons in love. Another critical aspect of Venus is its governance over self-worth and our ability to receive. Many of us are taught that it is better to give than to receive, but Venus teaches that both are part of a sacred balanced flow. Your capacity to receive, be it compliments, gifts, help, or love, is directly linked to your sense of self-worth. If you secretly believe you are not deserving, you will unconsciously block the abundance that is trying to reach you. Understanding your Venus helps you to identify and heal these blocks, opening the channels to receive the good that the universe wants to bestow upon you. It is about learning to say yes to life's gifts with an open and grateful heart. Beauty and aesthetics are also firmly in the domain of Venus. This planet defines your unique sense of style and what you find visually and sensorially pleasing. It is the energy behind your appreciation for art, music, nature, and design. Your Venus placement influences everything from the clothes you wear to the way you decorate your home. It is your inner artist and designer, constantly seeking to create harmony and beauty in your environment. When you surround yourself with things that your Venus finds beautiful, you nourish your soul and raise your vibration. This is not about vanity. It is about honoring your innate need for beauty as a form of spiritual sustenance. Finally, Venus is deeply connected to our emotional sensitivity. It colors our emotional world and influences how we respond to the feelings of others. A prominent Venus in a chart can indicate a highly empathetic and compassionate nature, someone who feels things very deeply. It governs our capacity for tenderness, sensuality, and intimacy. This sensitivity is a great gift, allowing for profound connections and a rich inner life. However, it also requires us to learn how to manage our emotional boundaries, so that we are not overwhelmed by the energies around us. Venus invites us to embrace our emotional depth as a source of wisdom and connection. In human design, every planetary placement has two sides. A conscious expression, represented by the black numbers on the right side of your body graph, and an unconscious expression, represented by the red numbers on the left. Your conscious Venus reveals the values and traits you are aware of. These are the aspects of your personality that you can easily see and identify with. For example, you might consciously know that you value loyalty in friendships or that you are drawn to minimalist design. This is the part of your Venus that you have integrated into your identity and can articulate to others. It is the light of your Venus shining through your personality. The unconscious Venus, however, operates beneath the surface of your awareness. It represents the inherited genetic patterns passed down through your lineage. These are the deep-seated beliefs and emotional tendencies that drive your behavior without you even realizing it. This unconscious side is often projected onto others, especially in relationships. You might find yourself repeatedly attracting partners who embody a certain challenging trait, not realizing that they are simply mirroring a hidden aspect of your own unconscious Venus. These patterns are not your fault. They are part of your genetic inheritance, waiting to be brought into the light of your awareness and transformed. The dynamic between the conscious and unconscious Venus creates the core dilemmas we face in our relationships and in our relationship with ourselves. For instance, your conscious Venus might value open communication, but your unconscious Venus might carry a pattern of shutting down emotionally when feeling vulnerable. This inner conflict can create confusion and frustration until you begin to see both sides of the story. The unconscious patterns are often the source of our greatest challenges in love, but they also hold the key to our deepest healing. They are the shadows that, once illuminated, reveal our greatest potential for growth and intimacy. The journey of working with your Venus is about integrating these two sides. It is about shining the light of consciousness on the hidden patterns of your unconscious design. This process requires self-observation without judgment. By watching how you react in relationships, what triggers you, and what patterns keep repeating, you can begin to identify the themes of your unconscious Venus. As you bring these shadows into the light, they lose their power over you. You are no longer a victim of your conditioning, but a conscious creator of your reality, able to embody the highest expression of your Venus, a heart that is open, worthy, and free. The Gene Key System, a profound wisdom teaching that emerged from human design, offers an even deeper layer of understanding when it comes to Venus. In the Gene Keys, each gate in your human design chart corresponds to a gene key, which contains a spectrum of consciousness ranging from a low-frequency shadow to a high-frequency gift and, ultimately, a divine CD. When we look at the gene keys associated with our Venus placement, we are given a precise map for transforming our core relationship patterns. These gene keys reveal the specific emotional shadows that block love and the corresponding gifts that open our hearts. For example, let's consider Gene Key 17, the shadow of opinion, the gift of farsightedness, and the CD of omniscience. If this gene key is activated by your Venus, your core relationship challenge may revolve around a rigid attachment to your own opinions. In the shadow state, you might find yourself in relationships where there are constant arguments and a need to be right, creating division and separation. The journey here is to soften this rigidity, to learn to see from multiple perspectives. As you do this, you unlock the gift of farsightedness, the ability to see the bigger picture, and to create harmony by valuing other viewpoints, leading to more loving and intelligent relationships. Another powerful example is Gene Key 24, which moves from the shadow of addiction to the gift of invention and the CD of silence. With this gene key in your Venus, your unconscious patterns might involve addictive tendencies in relationships, perhaps becoming addicted to a person, a feeling, or a cycle of drama. The shadow of addiction is rooted in a fear of stillness, a need to constantly fill the inner void. The path of transformation here is to embrace silence and to find comfort in your own presence. As you do, the addictive energy quiets down and the gift of invention emerges, allowing you to find creative and innovative solutions to your relationship challenges, born from a place of inner peace rather than restless seeking. The gene keys teach us that the challenges presented by our Venus are not problems to be fixed, but portals to a higher state of being. The very patterns that cause us the most pain in our relationships are the ones that hold the secret to our spiritual awakening. By contemplating the shadow of your Venus gene keys, you begin the alchemical process of transmutation. You learn to embrace the shadow with compassion, which allows its hidden gift to emerge naturally. This approach provides a gentle yet powerful pathway to unlock the love, creativity, and wisdom that lie dormant within your heart, waiting to be discovered. Within the Gene Keys framework, the wisdom of Venus is beautifully articulated through a specific pathway known as the Venus sequence. This is a personalized journey of contemplation that guides you through the core emotional patterns that shape your life and relationships. The sequence is derived from specific planetary placements in your holographic profile and is broken down into 6 distinct stages or spheres. Each sphere corresponds to a specific gene key and represents a layer of your emotional wounding and its potential for healing. It is a profound journey of opening your heart, moving from defensiveness to openness, from separation to communion. The journey begins with the sphere of purpose, which is linked to your conscious sun. This is not about what you do, but about how you do it, the spirit you bring to life. Following this, we enter the heart of the sequence, the sphere of attraction, which is tied to your conscious Venus. This sphere reveals the archetypal patterns that draw certain people and experiences into your life. The next sphere is your IQ, representing your unconscious Mars, which shows your primal, instinctual reactions when your heart is challenged. It is the raw defensive energy that arises when you feel hurt or threatened, often expressed as anger or passion. The sequence then moves into the emotional realm with the sphere of your EQ, linked to your unconscious Venus. This sphere unveils your core emotional wound, the deep-seated belief about your own lovability that you inherited genetically. This is often the most tender and vulnerable part of the journey, where you confront the root cause of your suffering in relationships. From there, we ascend to the sphere of your SQ, or spiritual quotient, connected to your unconscious Mars. This sphere represents the moment your heart begins to open, offering you the chance to transform your pain into compassion and wisdom, leading to profound forgiveness for yourself and others. The final stage of the Venus sequence is the sphere of your core, which is linked to your conscious Mars. This is the culmination of your journey, where you embody the healed expression of your heart. It represents your true vocation, the sacred wound that has become your greatest gift to the world. Having journeyed through the layers of your emotional conditioning, you are now able to relate to others from a place of wholeness and authenticity. The Venus sequence is a deep contemplative path that promises nothing less than the transformation of your suffering into love, guiding you to reclaim the natural innocence and openness of your heart. To fully grasp the essence of Venus in human design, it is helpful to contrast it with its celestial counterpart Mars. While Venus and Mars are often linked in mythology as lovers, in the context of our inner cosmology, they represent two fundamentally different yet complementary energies. Venus is the principle of receiving, of magnetism, and of feminine yin energy. It is about drawing things toward you through your innate value and beauty. Mars, on the other hand, is the principle of acting, of asserting, and of masculine yang energy. It is the force that propels you forward to pursue your desires and to make your mark on the world. Think of Venus as an open, beautiful flower. It does not need to chase after the bees. Its fragrance, color, and nectar naturally attract them. This is the energy of Venus at work. It is about being, not doing. It governs your ability to open up and receive love, abundance, and connection. When you are aligned with your Venus, you trust that what is meant for you will come to you. You cultivate your inner garden, knowing that its beauty will be recognized. This requires a deep sense of self-worth and a trust in the flow of life, a willingness to be receptive and vulnerable. Mars, in contrast, is the warrior energy within you. It is the drive, the ambition, and the courage to take action. If Venus is the flower, Mars is the bee, actively seeking out the nectar. Mars energy is what gets you out of bed in the morning, what fuels your passions, and what gives you the strength to overcome obstacles. It is about assertion, penetration, and the will to manifest your desires in the physical world. While Venus magnetizes, Mars initiates. It is the energy that says, I want this, and I will go after it. It is direct, forceful, and essential for navigating the material plane. a healthy and balanced life requires the integration of both Venus and Mars. If you are all Mars and no Venus, you may find yourself constantly striving, pushing, and fighting for everything, leading to burnout and exhaustion. You may struggle to receive and feel worthy of rest or love. Conversely, if you are all Venus and no Mars, you may have beautiful dreams and values, but lack the drive to bring them into reality. You might be passive, waiting for life to happen to you. The true art is to learn when to embody the receptive grace of Venus and when to harness the focused power of Mars, creating a harmonious dance between being and doing. Understanding your Venus intellectually is one thing. Living in harmony with its energy is another. The path to embodying your Venus is one of gentle, practical application in your daily life. It begins with the simple act of noticing what you value. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you, not what you think should matter. Is it kindness? Is it creativity? Is it integrity? Write these values down. When you are faced with a decision, big or small, ask yourself which choice is most aligned with these core values. This simple practice helps you to honor your inner compass and live with greater authenticity. Another powerful way to connect with your Venus is to consciously cultivate beauty in your life. This does not require a large budget or grand gestures. It can be as simple as buying yourself fresh flowers, listening to music that moves your soul, or taking a few moments to watch the sunset. Pay attention to your senses. What sights, sounds, smells, and textures bring you a feeling of pleasure and peace? By intentionally surrounding yourself with beauty, you are sending a message to yourself and to the universe that you are worthy of it. This practice nourishes your Venus and raises your personal frequency. Practice the art of receiving. This can be challenging for many, as we are often conditioned to feel more comfortable giving. Start small. When someone gives you a compliment, instead of deflecting it, simply say thank you and let it in. If someone offers to help you, accept it graciously. Notice the discomfort that may arise and breathe into it. This is the feeling of your old patterns dissolving. Each time you allow yourself to receive, you are strengthening your self-worth and rewiring your brain to accept more goodness into your life. You are telling your heart that it is safe to be open. Finally, explore the creative and sensual side of your nature. Venus loves creativity in all its forms. This could be painting, dancing, cooking, gardening, or any activity that allows you to express your unique inner world. It is not about the final product but about the joyful process of creation. Similarly, connect with your body through sensuality. Enjoy a delicious meal, take a warm bath with essential oils, or feel the sensation of a soft blanket against your skin. These simple acts of mindful pleasure are deeply healing and affirming. They ground you in your body and honor the sacred vessel that carries you through this life, allowing the loving energy of Venus to flow freely. The journey into your personal Venus is one of the most rewarding explorations you can undertake in human design. It is a path that leads you back to the very heart of who you are. By decoding its messages, you uncover the unique values that form the bedrock of your integrity. You learn to see that your moral compass is not an external set of rules, but an internal resonance, guiding you toward a life that feels true and harmonious from the inside out. This understanding empowers you to make choices that honor your soul, creating a foundation of self-respect that permeates every area of your life. Embracing your Venus is the key to transforming your relationships. When you understand your own patterns of giving and receiving love, and when you recognize your deep-seated emotional wounds, you can begin to relate to others from a place of awareness rather than unconscious reaction. You learn to communicate your needs with clarity and compassion, and you attract partners who resonate with your core values. Most importantly, this journey heals the most fundamental relationship of all, the one you have with yourself. It teaches you that you are inherently worthy of love, beauty, and joy, dissolving the old stories of unworthiness that have kept your heart guarded. The wisdom of Venus reminds us that life is not meant to be a constant struggle. It invites us to balance our drive to act with our capacity to receive. It shows us that there is profound power in softness, in openness, and in vulnerability. By learning to trust the magnetic pull of our own being, we can attract what we desire with far less effort and far more grace. We begin to see beauty everywhere, in nature, in art, in other people, and in ourselves. Our lives become a canvas for creative expression, and our relationships become a field for deep, soulful connection. As you continue your journey with human design and the Gene Keys, let Venus be your gentle guide. Allow it to open your heart to the richness and beauty that is your birthright. Follow its compass toward what is right for you. Cultivate its love for yourself and for others. By unlocking the wisdom held within your Venus, you are not just learning about a planet in a chart. You are remembering how to live with an open heart. You are coming home to the love that has been inside you all along, waiting patiently to be seen, embraced, and shared with the world.